So we've just got done with interviewing Klatzer. And I don't know if she's manipulating me or not. Maybe she's doing a better job than I do. But we've getting our information. She says she wasn't raped. She was told to say that to maybe cover or create some sort of backstory as to why the guy was killed, the hanged man. But I want to speak to this guy and see what he's got to say.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardie boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Excellent. You think this will make them cooperate? Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they've prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate the story was definitely not part of the plan. Say in a hushed voice, why did she tell us all of that? What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. I know she's manipulative. So you said to her, what did you mean by it? She has half my skill set compromised singing her tune. My assessments of her are untrustworthy. She seemed forthcoming to me, unusually so. Being forthcoming with some things is a good way to obscure other things, but I wouldn't call myself compromised. Perhaps that's because you are. Well, I am anyway. I'm not easily swayed by young women, but on the other hand, the best liars are candid, and she was candid. The lieutenant seems oddly sure he is not compromised, not psychologically at least. Is it hubris? Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back soon enough. Right then. Now we need to break this door down. Give me all my strength. Strength. %58%, 50-50 chance. See, I can only... This is as high as I can go in this. That's as many points as you can put in. Oh, nice. I got 5 points in perception. That's amazing, that. Right. Okay, I'll accept that. And this is as best as we're going to get for this door. There's no other way through it. Boom. Knock it down, baby. Something cracks inside. Excellent. Now wait there, just what I've noticed. Our volume's been funny again. There we go. Level up, baby. I've just got my point back. Awesome. It is unbelievably satisfying sound. Oh, it's the hidden passage. We've just unlocked the hidden passageways. And I got my morale back. Klatzer, Miss Orange Disco Dancer. Nice. The young woman nods. Filling you with a belief in your own body. Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in? I thought it was an aces high moment, Kim. I don't know about that. The lieutenant smiles an uncomfortable smile. It totally was. Let's see. Oh my god. It's the best stat. I'm sorry, but brute force is always the best stat in every game. I don't care what game we're playing. It's always the most fun. Just destroying things. Is there anything better? Okay. Oh shit. I thought that was a different room, but it's because it's so dark, it's like the interior exterior. Go back. I'm going around in circles. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Some fucking pervert's been spying on her. You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drugs, sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere. I think I can see into Classia's bedroom from here. He leans closer to inspect the peephole. You can barely see through. Better not jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however. He points to the marks nearby. On the floor. Definitely suspicious. Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions. What were the people doing in here? You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural, finished thought. Let's have a look at these footprints. You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor. Jackpot, the lieutenant takes out his notebook. These, unlike everything else here, are new. Someone's been here within the last week or two. Let's have a look. I'll say that. 3 weeks maximum. From the dust coverage, it could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer. He looks at you. This is good. He likes it. That's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop. Boom. This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where the door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place. Okay, well, let's have a closer look. Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern. Uniform horizontal lines. Get up, conclude. Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor. Okay, what does this mean? It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route behind our rape victim's room in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant. Let's move on. Aha! +1 empathy and +1 hand-eye coordination. Now that is a good jacket. It's got no negatives on it. Oh my god, I look like a proper creeper. I love it. This is my sexual assault clothing. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Where does this go? I wonder if this goes downstairs behind the kitchen. It does. Yay. This pinball is white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Is tied to a small bush outside the corner room window. And we've got stairs down. Right, this is getting interesting. Small bush, corner room window. We're gonna have to investigate these. We can't go anywhere else. Can we unlock this from inside? This door is connected to the one upstairs, but how do we get through? Yeah. Right, let's go and see if we can find this. Elevator. A small elevator is dimly lit. Look in. But I must have come down there. Smells of nugget and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There's a control panel to your right and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads last maintenance 10th of July 88. It says the last maintenance was in 88. That it does, the lieutenant peeks in. I say, let's brave it. It was maintained in the future? Maintained a long time ago. At the end of the last century, he nods. Look on the bright side. If it fails, will only sustain minor injuries. Why we're saying this? Because they probably expected us to get in through this way. Must have been needed to transport the pinball machines up and down. Seems so, although pretty quaint for a freight elevator. Look at the controls. Ascend, descend, close the doors and go up. Corner room window. Here, is this it? Smokes, money. We need to find a bloody tree. Oh, wait. Stop. So this is where they brought faulty pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago, everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around in the dusty crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf. Looks like they gave up on fixing their pinball machines at some point. He agrees, at some point 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue, this used to be a pinball workshop. Looks like it, I'm guessing. Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over, he taps his foot. A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf. Downstairs in the hall next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the Hardies banging away at it. Remember the dice maker? Then that means Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that. Ah yes, the novelty dice maker said. He makes a note in his notebook. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure, but I do like a nice little connection. But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making that connection. Could this mean the Whirling in Rags really is part of the doomed commercial area? If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here. Okay. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighbourhood ghost story about bankruptcy. It's not a good ghost story, it's a curse. And God ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells. So I wonder if the tree is on this rooftop. So we can get the key. Or maybe not. Or maybe... What's this window here? Clear window. This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in the untarnished golden halo. Run your fingers across the surface of the glass. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges, but the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans closer to inspect this surface. This window was recently replaced. Looks like it. Yes, he adjusts his glasses. You know which window has not been recently replaced? The one I smashed in my room. Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now, just one floor above you, messing up your concentration here. Stop distracting him. He has work to do. Leave. Tree near the corner room. Tree near the corner room. I'm gonna go out on the balcony. The fuck's this? Empty cassette case. How the hell did I miss that? Well, I can't see any trees here. None at all. I don't know where this tree is. Unless it means a plant. One of these plants? This tree here?
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
The water lock on the canal is broken, so your husband is probably stuck on the other side of the coast. Tell me more about this ray insect. I had not noticed this about me, but actually I've lost all memory of the world and myself and I have no idea what I'm doing. Fuck it. She frowns, looking you over. Surely things can't be that bad. You sense that she won't judge you no matter what you say. They aren't bad, they're catastrophic. You know where we are, right? The Whirling and Rags cafeteria. That's right. And where is the Whirling itself located, in Revershall? Yes, indeed. We are in a fine city of Revershall. Honestly, I don't really know anything about it. Her grey eyes widen. Oh my. How would I even begin to tell you? Revershall is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. Haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revershall is a rare jewel. The city used to rule the world, though it's seen better days. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, you know what year it is? Spring of 51? Ah. Kind green A pen. That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded. Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. Outside, spring rain seeps into cracks in the walls and cobblestone streets, blah blah blah. I can tell this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Cop. We're living under a cop regime. Actually, she raises her finger. We are not. You can say we're almost under any other nation, but not Revershall. Try one more time, officer. What mode of government? Damn it. I was really hoping it would be a cop world. Okay, let's see. Some kind of democracy? Nope, sadly not. Revershall is what's called a special administrative region. Under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own. And what democracy we have is, she thinks, market-driven. If there's no government, how come there are cops? Oh dear, she shakes her head, suddenly very worried. And you were doing so well. There aren't really any cops in Revershall, not the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been complicated since the revolution. What should stop for today, sweetie? We should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain big things to anyone. She's scared now. She realises you really are brain damaged. Ooh. What is this revolution you mentioned? A defeat, I'm afraid. People of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. What does that have to do with there not being any cops? It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better. Just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can anyone help you? And how can I help you? Who could tell me more? Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask. She turns to the lieutenant. No, he looks away. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a police officer. Of course she turns to you. Then I don't know, someone rich maybe? Wealthy people educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Marnay's. Well, I actually know of one person. But thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget about my worries for a while. So what was that quest I got? You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Right, question her about the dead man. Ask her about Sunday night. The smoker on the balcony, what time is it? 4:18, we've got plenty of time. So what was I about to do? I was about to go outside, wasn't I? To find this. Tree with a key. Not that I don't even know why I need the key anymore, because I've got access to that place. Oh, I need to see the barman. Ah, what's this? Now I can interact with this. You see a set of tyre tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Visual calculus. 1. Well, it's better than nothing. Why am I looking at this? Cop habit, you look at everything. What kind of vehicle drove through here? Hard to say. Fuck. Well, that's fucked. Well, look at it then, you bellend. Ah. Eight pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the Hardie boys in the mess hall of Whirling and Rags. Go over them one by one. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes number 46, just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick, Titus Hardie, the one with the ball cap on his head. Continue counting. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes number 44, either the blonde muscular guy Glenn or the young guy with the plectrum around his neck. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes number 43, the inked banger perhaps. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash in the print. What else? Another standard work boot, reinforced toes number 44, same as before. Either the magician Eugene or the muscle-bound blonde Glenn. Light as air, same make a boot but number 41 smells like a rat, Shanky. Count the rest. I'm pretty good at this, ain't I? You're not bad. As if the whole world darkens and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty, count the rest. Glowing outline of a standard work boot number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms, fat Angus carrying something. And the last one? Another standard work boot. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn, curious. A missing 8th Hardie boy. 7 sets of tracks, right? The lieutenant has been tracking your eyes' movements. The Hardie boys were here. 8 actually. That's so interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary? A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this. Whatever caused, it must. So wait there. One of them has to be missing. Anything out of the ordinary. An aberration, one soul smoother than the other. Interesting, let's name the odd soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardie boy. Wonder who he is. Oh, this one's easy, way too easy, it's a driver. Ah, fuck yeah, driver with the sand paper on the pedal. Driver would wear down the right shoe before the left, the accelerators on the right, and remember the abandoned lorry cabin we found? Yes! With a piece of sandpaper glued to the throttle, Kim adjusts his glasses as his eyes light up with excitement. Which means that the missing lady driver was also present at the lynching. That's it, she's the odd soul. She's also the one running the drug trade. Interesting. Now we know who was the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think the Hardie and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? This would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Understood. We should still go and see what Titus Hardie has got to say on this matter. This might throw them off, work in our advantage. He writes something down in his little notebook, so what else? Light step number 41 shoe? I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardie boy, the one with his front teeth missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, You mean the rat-faced one? Yes. Yes. I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not. A heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint. He thinks for a moment. This could be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armoured man. Maybe it was the fat hardy boy, the one sitting in the middle. He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. You're right, the fat guy from the booth was carrying the victim. Possibly yes, the lieutenant marked something down in his notebook. So, our odd soul was in the back of the Whirling. I don't know. He inspects the odd soul most closely. They're about the same size, not the same boot, no, but they could be the same person. No horizontal boot prints. Whoever walked in the Whirling's pinball workshop didn't walk here. Okay. How old are the tracks? A week maybe? Wait there. 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by a caller who reported the hanging. Visual calculus, it's not possible. How do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Revachol. 7 days below freezing, the day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day. Correct again, sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. What do you think happened here? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying a victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching. Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. So far so good, only one thing missing. He looks at the tracks, face lighting up from realization. Of course there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardie boys. I know, 8 tracks, 7 Hardie boys. Let him have his moment of joy. There's 1 pair missing from the union box, the 8th pair. I'm going to say it was our odd soul. So odd soul was present at the lynching, but isn't in the mess hall right now. Yes, he corrects his glasses. We've been through all of it. Excellent. So what the thing is, right, so watch this. So this here, the tracks, will be possibly a van. I'm going to have to do it. I want to put a point in and see if we can get through this again. So 1 point in visual calculus. It's the only one I can do, so let's do it. Come on, we need to do this. Fuck me. Fucking let me in, I want to know about it. I need to know, baby. Fucking bitch ass, punk ass bitch. You might as well just give us a call when I keep fucking loading until I get it. I want everything to attack these fucking Hardie boys with because they're a bunch of cunts. You motherfucking bitch ass, punk ass bitch. Last time, if I don't get it this time, I'm fucking it off. I didn't care. Not bothered. I didn't think it's gonna matter anyways. Like, all I'm gonna say is, oh, it was a truck, and we know it's a truck driver already because of what we've already experienced. Last time. Boom. The tyre tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the Whirling and rags. At this point, the driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Francognerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. Why the pang of guilt again? The hole in the fence doesn't look that huge. What happened next? The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry. A car drove through the fence. You are correct, this is a rather motor carriage friendly city. Somehow that makes you feel scared, you don't know why. Is this connected to the case? I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate. Okay, got it. You could follow the tracks south. There seems to be a canal there, see where they went. That's the car that crashed through the barrier. I bet. Tire track leading onto the roof. Huh. I bet you it went down there, up there, onto the roof and into the river. So maybe we can't find it yet. I can't see the car. Nope. Right then, what's the plan of action now? Let's question the Hardie boys. Fuck it. Let's do it. Now we need normally composure with the Hardie boys, don't we? Composure, half light, -1 drama, +1 visual calculus. I think we'll have to go in like this. So what was my composure at? 3. I'm a bit disappointed with the suggestion skill. Like, we've got a really high ability in this, but it's never really come in that handy. There's loads of stuff in motorics that come in handy in this game. Then again, the rest of the skill tree does come in handy. Right, we'll just go in like this.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardie boy? I've connected you to the local drug trade. I've talked to Joyce. They'll make you hanged. Ooh, wait. Wait. We had to talk to her about other things, didn't we? When Kim's not around to stop you, ask her what she heard. Ask a little later when she's collected herself. Okay, so we will speak to these guys now.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Class just say she wasn't raped. Fuck. The big man's eyes and veins bulge. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted. You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed. For the second, she steps in forcefully. Titus Hardie did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her. Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He turns back to you. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind, you have no idea. She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience she's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you. Yes, she's crazy, you know. The rat-faced man says carefully. A crazy bitch. You know the type she fucked up. Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth. Lawman, he says through clenched teeth. I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. His hands become fists. Yes, please bring it on. And you went and pushed her. Something breaks in him. He takes a step closer and says, I'm gonna fucking hit you. Duck. Titus Hardie! Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot. Success. Titus backs off. Fist down. Everybody. Goddamn, no one tells you to push your fist down. Everett, personally, sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit, but you, Titus Hardie, are gonna be buried, am I understood? The room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet too. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command. So he's the second in command. Elaine. Look, copper. The tattooed man snaps his fingers to get your attention. We know the dead fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessed to it on tape. Show it to him, T. He turns to Titus, who's still breathing heavily. What's the harm, right? Yeah, jerkwad. He slams an audio tape on the table. Listen to this shit and then come back and tell me the soldier of Apocalypse was an innocent man. Why should I care about the tape? You lie to me. You don't care about evidence? His eye twitches. The fuck are you a cop for then? Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They're fucking keeping score on their bulletin boards. I won't be on your bulletin board if you don't listen to the tape. We've got nothing to talk about. So what's on the tape? Where did you get the tape? You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM are the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that. So you've bugged them, how? We have machines, he nods. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbour works in its advanced stuff? Understood. You've listened to it on their communications. He takes a little note. How long? Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons. Things got nice and quiet after that. Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then? It's not advanced. Fat Angus. The heavy man wheezes. You'll just hold up and cop all day. In a coop all day. Writing down what they say. Gets hot as hell in there. Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work. The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast. Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. There's no... Those notes on some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit. What's on the tape? We call it Door Gunner Megamix. You'll know why once you listen to it. That's enough. Take the tape. Right. Right, I want to go and listen to this now. Because I've got a tape recorder in my room. Or a tape player, cassette player. I don't actually know how this changed anything though. The combat tape player is still in silence. Seems it is completely broken down now. Oh fuck. This would have been very helpful with the Megamix. He stares at the tape player, but it isn't anymore. Any ideas? My Kanema only comes with a radio, he ponders. Let's try to find a new tape. I know where there's one. We've got to go to the pawn shop. Remember, he was selling one for, I think it was 12 quid. We've got plenty of money now, like. I'm rich, bitch. But then again, we're going to lose 20. Is it 20? 20 real tonight when we sleep? That's how much it costs. So Orange is pronounced Oranje. Classier is produced Classier. I like doing it with a hard J. Classier. Wah wah wah. Why did you go the long way around, mate? Now before we buy this fucking better work. We got the shopkeeper's word that it did. Now hold on, did we unlock anything that allows us to do this again? No. Interfacing.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Yes, I need something that plays a tape. We still have those boom boxes on the shelves. I want to buy it. Yeah, we still have those boom boxes on the shelf. Oh, so I have to actually look at it, don't I? Can I just play a tape on one of the boom boxes real quick? Sorry man, I can't be giving out freebies, never have, won't. Okay. Can I get a discount? A police discount? A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real. A man like that in a neighbourhood like this, it's a rickety house falling into the sea. There's fear in him. Use it to your advantage. Aren't you afraid of Max Gunman? The roof falling in, killer waves, aircraft accidents, boss surgeries. I'll buy it for 4 real. No, not really. I expect momentous change any moment. But it seems that you are. He almost sounds concerned as to seems to weigh your offer. Fine, he nods decisively. 4 real? What a bargain. Success, sort of. Whatever gets the job done, right? Boom. Give me the tape player. And here you are, quality sound reproduction on the go. I'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes. Yay. Right, let's go outside. I want to go back to the place and I want to play the tape in front of them. So there's no mistaking. 4 real, what a bargain. Now let me have a look. So, tools, tape player, play the tape. Fucking jokes. This game is fucking jokes on the audio. Why does it do that? Fucking does me box in. Fucked. Right. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air. This isn't Revachol, a man's voice says. This is the fucking village. I can almost see the elephants. Another loud screech, some kind of machinery. The harbour, Kim takes out his notebook. That's the sound of a Kvalsund crane. More static. When this shit is done, I want to tear this place up, soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit, dogs and chickens too. Gonna rent a room, courty. A real nice one. This part is unintelligible. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dancer whore upstairs. Do it, Lee Shimin style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth. A click, then silence. The rest of the tape is empty. The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete, which is stop, on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning. What was that at the very end? Silence? End of recording. What do you think? It seemed authentic enough, probably recorded off their shortwave, and then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbour walls. I agree, he also sounds inebriated. Still, the lieutenant looks at the tape. You are familiar with this. Look now. It's his look of suspicion. There's more going on here than we know. Who is Courtney? One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to, a friend of his? What's Lee Shimin? A village on the Samoran Isla in Tenen. Grand committed war crimes there. The kind of thing he talks about. You think he was there? Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service. Okay then, what now? I think we've got a few more questions for Clasher, don't you? He looks around. This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree. Nice. I think we should go and see her now. Before we speak to the Hardie boys any further. Because she could be lying. My instincts could be right.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Did this Hardie give us a... Let's talk more about the so-called snow. I want to say about this recording, where the deceased states his intention to commit rape. She puts her coffee cup down, with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her. Did he? A smile flits across her face. I never said he was a good man. I thought he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me. On this tape he specifically identifies you as the target. Where did they get this recording exactly? It's intercepted radio chat of the deceased, recorded via de-encryption station. It's authentic enough. She arches her brow. Does he say he's going to do it? Soldier of the Apocalypse style? Those are the exact words he used. Yeah, that was practically his pickup line. She picks the cup back up. A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Elysium style? Yes, the word whore was used. He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Elysium, the young woman lights a new cigarette with the butt of her old one. He wasn't actually there. He didn't do it to her, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Elysium. It was his everything. So why did he say things like that? Machismo. Yes, was he bragging? Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things, then integrated them into his idea of normalcy, to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, she thinks. What's the word I'm looking for? Coping mechanism? Run and joke. I was going to say it run and joke, and it sounded like you didn't even get the good bits. Let's say punchlines got way funkier than that. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Elysium massacre, and the 36th famine in Yeet all rolled into one person, then cast into orange ceramic armour, which he wore in bed and in the shower. You like this kind of stuff? We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Elysium in here. Did he tell you he'd actually done any of those things? Here in Martinez, I mean. No, we were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. She thinks. He seemed happy, I guess, at ease, as much as a man like him could be. There was a small measure of pride in her, that she could quell the rage in such a being. Thank you for clearing that up, miss. He turns to you, whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardie has to say now. She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles. Right. Now that we had some time, can you tell us more about the victim? Like, for example, his name. Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Laley. A nickname? I guess. He came from Leistad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use. Leistad, that's a good start. The lieutenant writes down the name in the notebook, then tears out a page and hands it to you. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things that a field autopsy alone can't answer. The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing piece of the puzzle of flesh. Right. Where is Leicester? In Orange. It's a municipality is the term, a nowhere town. A nowhere town. You're almost right, officer. The lieutenant shakes his head like you just missed a shot in darts. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondial. I'll update the form. Okay. You're both from Orange? Yes, we're compatriots. Did that bring you together? No, he was too old for that. And from another part of Orangeric. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Orange, it was bad habits. Sex, alcohol. Speed. Probably Otto Zinfandel. Sildenfil. How old was he? 42. 42, are you sure? I would have had him above 50. He had many scars that made him appear older, but no, the memory still makes her smile. We even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me. We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up. The lieutenant makes a correction in his notes. His eye colour. Blue, light blue. They were like... She stops. Her eyes half closed, then continues. Like little blue galaxies. It was strange seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing, she takes a drag. At doing him injustice. He wasn't ugly. He has a beautiful soft voice. He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth. Yes, severe. She seems to enjoy the word. It made him look like half his face was cracking away into some strange smile. And then those eyes. Oh yes, the lieutenant suddenly remembers. His hair. If you can remember. It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliante. Made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone. Interesting. I too have stroked his hair. Nah, let's get to the rest. I'm not going to tell her that. That's hilarious. I did in fact stroke his hair. Like a true creeper. What does a tattoo mean? That. It's clear she liked it. It was Orange map of the waterways. It was a map of his service history. What did it represent, did you know? It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks though. How so? She leans back. Imagine him lying in bed, freakish musculature, laid out on sheets, scarred of course, tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. He's smoking and drinking of course, and his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, she points at the air with her sharp-nailed finger, picking out an imaginary tattoo star. What was this, baby? And he says, she lowers her voice comically. That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that. You were the woman in this? Oh yeah, she nods. Can you tell us precisely what these mean? Handed the photo. No, thank you. She didn't take it. I've seen enough of them dead. I can tell you that they meant without looking at them. She pours herself some more coffee. Go on. He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms from a small town who was also poor, and the government of Orange needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer for the money. Done. Okay. He went to Killer Academy in Vridfond. Then he killed some people on the Seminoles Islands and on other islands too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself. Thanks for clearing that up. Right. Did he enjoy his death? Shit, I'll not ask that. Perhaps, miss, it was communism that killed him. We requested a semen screening from processing. Good for you. What do you think it will tell us? I don't know how semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse did it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady. This is one of her manoeuvres. The others are fast asleep. As always, it's hard to say what the truth is. Tell me something. Did he enjoy his death? Why do you ask? She seems unsurprised. Please, it's a feeling I have. Indulge me. Well, it's wrong. He had too many drinks to down and too many bad things to do. Couldn't tap out just yet. Could it be love that did him in? Could well be. What do you mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean? He told me love did him in. That's not funny, officer. I think we're finished here. Alright, the lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment. Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself some coffee. Let's talk about this assault. Are you sure you weren't raped? 89% sure. So you're not entirely sure? You know how it is? Do you? How is it then? She flicks a bit of ash away. Maybe you don't know. The ash lands on her jumpsuit. She brushed it off. There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see how you're closer. Now that you're closer. In conclusion, officer, I'm going to go with a mild to medium, not raped here. It sounds like something happened and you don't want to acknowledge it. Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. She tilts her head. Would I be as flippant if I had been? Well, that's it. Done. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42. That's what she said, yes? Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition and all the swollen indignity of morality, he was 42 years old. Where's this going? How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 litres of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them. Miss, how old do you think I am? Huh? She leans in closer. How old do I think you are? I don't know. As old as time itself, ageless, 50,000 years old. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How old is an apocalypse cop? Ah. Circa 55? Because this'll be able to test her judge of age. You're not. He's squinting at you. Sure he is. You know, age is just a number. Yes, but for him that number is 56. Wait, this requires scientific measurements. Bring it on. I'm not afraid of the truth. Thought gained. Date of birth something. Date of birth generator. To the laboratorum. Laboratorum. What the hell? What the hell is this? Shit, I need another point. Come on then. Your face looks like it's 58 and your body feels like it's 60. Your mind feels like it's lived for 1 day or 100. Both longer than they ought to be. The day and the century. But for how long then? Has this thing attached to your sentience walked the planet's crust? Time to start racking those brains of yours, Elder One. When and where were you born? Internalized baby. Hey, we're getting quite a few skills here. Right, let's save it. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to call it an end of the episode here. When we come back first thing next episode, I'm going to go down and interview the Hardie boys with the information we've gathered here. And we're going to call that tape a write-off. It's a load of shit. It's just the guy's persona. Okay, lads. Hope you enjoyed the episode of awesome detectiveness. See you in the next one.